in the whip on the fifth over in my windows is tinted, let's go. My backseat ain't empty, we just left the Fendi, we getting it all over the place. This is why I need a family, this is why I need. Hey Bessies, welcome back. And if you're new here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button now. Anyway, we're gonna jump on into the story time. And I think I'm gonna call this one the worst phone call ever. Because really and truly, it really was the worst phone call in my whole entire life. So let's jump right on into the story. Okay, so my son, my newborn son, he was about 4 months at this time, just roughly 4 months. And I decided, it's time to start doing the visiting of the family because the family had came to the hospital, the family had came to the house, and I just had started going back to the work. I had been out since I was 8 months pregnant, and then I went back when the baby turned 4 months. So I had been out for a little while. So I called my grandma, I think it was like a Thursday or Friday, probably possibly a Wednesday, and I just let her know, hey, I want to bring the baby by because she was the only one in the family at the time that on my mother's side of the family that has not seen the baby yet. So it was very important to me that she saw the baby. Because like I said, I had told somebody before, it was just like if you watch the Lion King, the movie The Lion King, and you see the monkey kind of bless the baby and put it up in front of everybody. To me, that was that person for me was my grandma. I wanted my grandma to touch and hold every child that I ever birthed, and it was very important for me for her to see him, hold him, talk to him, and whatever. And so I called her up and I was like, Grandma, I want to bring the baby back. She was like, okay, I'm so excited. You sure you're ready? You sure that you're okay? And I'm like, yeah, I don't went back to work. She was like, y'all young girls are y'all just jump back to it quick. You got to give your body time to heal. And I was like, I'm taking it one day at a time. And she was like, okay, well, you bring that baby on by. I can't wait to see the baby. And I was like, okay. So Saturday come, I did not get much sleep that night. I remember because the baby just kept waking up. Every 2 hours, the baby was waking up anyway. And if you hear my son in the background, honey, he got this most terrible cold, my oldest son, and he's sneezing and coughing and sneezing, honey. And baby, I done stopped this video twice, and he's still about to die there, y'all. Anyway, and I gave him some medicine, y'all. But anyway. Jumping back to the storyline, that was a side note story. So, cause he just felt like, I don't know if y'all heard of it, it just felt like he finna die back here. But back to the storyline. So basically, I tell her come. So Saturday comes, I don't get much sleep that night because my baby just waking up every hour. I'm like, young sir, you must know we got somewhere to go. Cause I told her as soon as we get up in the morning, I'm gonna get him dressed and ready, fed up, and we gonna go ahead and come. And she was like, yeah, cause I knew my grandma woke up early, okay? A lot of old people, not everybody, but they up early in the morning. So I said, yes, and we can get that road flying, go ahead, get this visitation open, and then come back and relax the whole day. So we hit the road or whatever, we get there, and once we get there or whatever, the heat, once I opened up the door to my grandma lived in that trailer. Once I opened up the door, the heat hit me in the face instantaneously. I was like, what is going on? I'm talking about heavy, thick heat. I don't know if you ever went in somebody's house and they didn't have air conditioning on and it hit you in the summertime, just hit me like a brick wall. I was like, Grandma, what is going on, honey? You ain't got the air on. She was like, oh, I'll turn the air on for y'all. I turn the air on for y'all. So she holding the door open. I'm thinking like, Grandma, go turn it on now. Cause I can't breathe in this air. It's too thick. You can break it. I'm like, what is going on? So she turned the air on. She got all these fans blowing, fans on the floor, fans tall, fan that's doing the circular motion like it. I'm like, honey, what? I'm like, you ain't hot. She was like, that air conditioner just too cold for my phone, but for y'all, baby, I'll turn it on for you. I'm like, okay. So she turned the air on, she comes sit down, she got her little favorite chair, and I'll be inserting pictures of my baby at this age, because he was 4 months, and I'm gonna insert a picture of, my grandma, whatever. So y'all be able to see. I'm gonna bring my story times to life. So anyway, so
Yeah, so she just went on to say, I'm so happy y'all came, saw me this and third. And then anybody that know my grandma, she is a talker, honey. That's why I'm a talker. And baby, she went to talking, baby. She was so happy that somebody was there. It was live, and honey, she did not stop talking. She was just talking. She talked about theories. She talked about movies she watched. She talked about the news. She was talking about crime. She was talking about everything. I'm like, girl, was ready. She was ready to see somebody. I'm like, in my head, I got to come see my girl some more. Because, baby, she was talking. I'm talking about won't taking a breath, won't sipping, won't pausing, won't wait for me to say, what you say? None of it. None of it. She was talking about different family members, not in a bad way. She was just giving me updates about different people that had called her phone, people and their health and stuff. And then she was talking about her health, and and I was just like, okay. And she was just letting me know that, so that she's still kicking and she's still doing what the doctor's telling her to do, and she's still here. And I was like, I'm so happy you are. And she just was talking, y'all. And I had set an alarm clock to go off at 2 hours. So at 2 hours, I'm giving her 2 hours. I'm like, grandma is a talker like me, and baby, I be over here all day long. Okay? And so then I noticed that as she's talking, she rocking my baby. She just rocking. She got him. She just rocking him, and she got him, and she holding him. Before you know, my baby done went to La La Land. He is in heaven, honey. He done went to sleep. He got a smile on his face, and her arm just sleep. I'm talking about. Then she looked down, and she was like, "Girl, he just so precious." And then she kept talking. I was like, "Girl, is you gonna take a breath? Do you need a cup of water?" Like, but I loved every moment of it. But she was talking, y'all. And honey, she finally was like, so how do you like being a mother too? Is it hard? I said it's definitely different from having the big one to the small one. She was like, yeah, but you will get it. You will get it. You will get it. If you love your children, you're gonna do what you gotta do, and you're gonna get it. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So then she started talking to my older son, asking him questions about school and what grade was in and how school was going, and she was just asking a lot of questions and stuff like that. And so then my alarm clock eventually went off, y'all. And she was like, well, what's that for? I was like, nothing. I said, it's an alarm. She was like, it's an alarm for what? I was like, yeah, my alarms just go off sometimes. So I didn't want to tell my grandma, it's an alarm clock, girl, so I can get on. You know what I mean? So I hit the snooze button. I was like, I had told my older son, okay, once the alarm go off, I'm going to hit a 30-minute snooze button. And once they do that snooze, then we're going to go ahead and go. Because I didn't want it to go off and then she put two together like, oh, so that was the shut up alarm. That was the you shut up and let me go alarm. I was like, So I put the snooze on. So then she was like, she was just telling me about different things. She started telling me about a movie she would watch, some things she had ordered. Like she was just the girl was just telling me a whole bunch of stuff. So right when the alarm snoozed off, and y'all, prior to this alarm going off, if y'all know my grandma just did not like to take pictures, y'all. So the whole time I'm over there, it's a game of, and anytime me, my cousins, whoever goes to the house, it was a game of trying to snap a picture of them, just like acting like you on your phone, like, yeah, they crazy on Facebook. They crazy today. And trying to turn the volume down so she don't hear the camera. But she done got 45 pictures of you talking. She said, what you doing? What you doing? Every time you done got caught. I ain't doing that. They ain't doing that, grandma. I ain't doing nothing. Yes, she is. You trying to put me on that booker. You trying to put me on that booker. Never call it Facebook. She would call it booker, the F booker or something. She would call it something. But it was never Facebook. Okay? So I'm like, no, I ain't did it. And I'm recording her while she talking, trying to hold the phone down so she won't see. Then I'm recording her the whole time. So I end up getting like 2 to 3 videos of her. And I end up snagging like 3 pictures of her, whatever. And she was like, I don't like to be up there. Cause every time Tip was on my older cousin. And she was like, every time Tip come over, she get me on the boat like this. I was with a weed. I was on the week. Grandma said, do it again. How you look up? And she was right, cause she don't never ask. She would never ask talking. So baby, you just got with your mouth clicked like that. If you would just say cheese with the red like regular folks, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't have to sneaky get you. But anyway, I clicked that picture, and then right before I clicked that last picture, that alarm that snooze 30 minutes got off, and she was like, "What that alarm mean now?" Cause I know that alarm means so. I was like, "It just means that our time is up and I got to go." And she was like, "Okay." So she started talking to. She was like, "I'm gonna let you pat the baby up." She started talking to my son, and when she was talking to my older son, she was just saying, make sure you help your mama with the baby. Make sure you be good. Make sure you listen. Make sure you follow the directions in school. And she started giving him all the directions. And to me, it started to get me a little worried. Cause I was like, okay, am I tripping? Because my grandma don't really end things like this. When we go see her or whatever, she'd be like, okay, you got to go now. She'll walk you to the door, give you a hug, give you a kiss on your cheek, and then send you on packing. It was never a detail like this. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. I brushed it off or whatever. So then, after that, she hands me my baby. And when prior to her handing my baby, because she was just talking to, oh, do, you so precious, so precious. Look at you still asleep. As soon as she handed me my baby, y'all, he wake up like checking the extras and just be like, they look at me all crazy. I'm like, don't do that, Mr. Sir. What's going on with you? Then before you know it, he done blew a hole in his diaper, y'all. A hole. I'm talking about it just. I know it's nasty. The forecast say itty. Okay, it's terrible. So anyway, she was like, "I'm gonna let you change that." So while I'm changing that, that disaster, honey, that natural disaster, that itty of a disaster. That, oh my goodness, honey. And it was one of the ones that go up all up the back. It's a mess, honey. It was a mess, and I had to lay things out on her couch so when nothing get up there. But we got together, changed her outfit, and she was just up there just talking to my son. So I know she was happy because she got to talk some more, honey. So after I finished changing the natural disaster and put him in a car seat or whatever, she walked me to the door. She gave me the longest hug. I'm talking about one of them hugs that make you cry, y'all. I'm talking about one of them long hugs. And then she started talking to me. I love you. You turned into a very beautiful girl. I hope that you do very well in life. You gonna keep going and keep striving when they get hard. You just basically just call on God, depend on God. Like, this was normal for my grandma. My grandma usually when I walk you to the door, I love you, kiss you, come see me, don't be a stranger type girl. Not really detailed like this. I'm like, Grandma, you okay? Do you need anything? Is something okay? Do you want to put the kids in the car? You want to talk privately? Like, what's going on? Because I know you said you had a few health issues, but you were listening to like, what's really going on? Because she was scaring me. She's very detailed. She told me she loved me 5 times before I left that day. And I'm just like, I know you love me. I know you love me, but baby, never was a little bit strong. It's like she wanted me to know that she loved me, okay? And she was like, okay, well, don't be a stranger or whatever. Like, she just switched off from the mode she was on. And she was like, don't be a stranger. You make sure when you got time, to bring the baby on out here. Let me see the baby again and this and the third. And I'm like, okay, Grandma, but if anything is wrong, you can give me a call. We could talk about it privately if you really need something. She's like, no, I just called Tip. If I need anything, Tip got it. And I was like, okay. Love and smooches by. We drove off. She told me to call when I got home. And that's exactly what I did. I called her when I got home. After that, I was like, is something really going on with her? I brushed off as nothing. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the hormones. Maybe I'm overthinking stuff. So boom, 3-4 months go by or whatever. We get a phone call one day for cousin Tip saying that our great aunt is not doing so well. She's been placed in a nursing home. Her health is declining. She's not really eating anything. And she got some things going on with her mentally that was from the past, was acting up more now. So she had some things going on. So, I didn't like getting this phone call. That had me very worried. My mother lady went to visit her. I got to talk to her on the phone. We had a meeting conversation. I got to talk to her, and that just made me feel good. Anytime a family member is sick, y'all, I want to see them in the hospital. I remember my sister got in a car accident one time, y'all, and they told me to come on up there because for whatever reason, I'm a Comedy Central. And they always want to push play on me at any time. Come on up there and make a laugh. Come on up there. Girl, I don't want to see you. You just got a car accident. They said there's glass particles in your face so they couldn't get out. I ain't got no joke for that. Man, fool. I ain't got no joke for that. Girl, I'm going to be there crying. Just like I could turn the camera, the tears is never gonna stop. Oh my goodness, can't get the class. Like, no, call me when you get out. I ain't gonna be able to do it. So, I didn't never go see or whatever because I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And I think that some people, I think that anytime somebody about to go in it, I just want to remember like you was. I don't want to see you in that ill state. And I think that I need to work on it, but that was just me. I'm like, I ain't want to see a girl, but you want something, you need me to send something with you. Like, I don't tell you, she need anything. Like, I don't talk to her on the phone, but I ain't gonna be able to see her. I want to remember her like I have, and I kept that memory with me when she did pass. But anyway, a couple of weeks go by after this, and remember I said about 3-4 months that went by since I seen my grandma, and then a couple of weeks after this visitation that my mama had with my great aunt. So, it's like a Saturday afternoon, I think Saturday or something. Either way, I don't remember exactly what day it was, but I remember that I was home with the baby, and I remember that I got a phone call from my cousin Tip, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call her when I wake up because the baby had just went to sleep, and I'm like, I'm finna take this nap, okay? So I end up going to sleep for 5 hours. That is not normal. He was a 2 to 3 hour nap baby, okay? That's all you gonna get. Wake up and get up because you just gonna make yourself mad. Get up. He said it's time to get up. Yes, alarm clock. We up, okay? But I went to sleep in the daytime, woke up, it was night. What is going on? And when I woke up, the baby was still asleep. I was like, oh my God, maybe I rolled over and he gone. And he's breathing just fine, snoring, spit running down his mouth. He's having a time. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just let him sleep or whatever. Because I'm not about to bother him. I'm tired. I'm a newborn baby, mama. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. So when I checked my clock, my phone or whatever, I got 7-8 missed calls, and then from Tip, then I got some missed calls from my mama. I got some missed calls from my sister. That ain't good. If you ever check your phone and you got a lot of missed calls from family members, something is wrong. I'm gonna let you know that from something wrong. Okay. So I called my cousin back because she called me the most, and I'm like, what's going on? She was like, you need to call your mama. Call my mama. Girl, you called me 7 times. I won't call my mom. I want to talk to you. Okay. She was like, nah, you need to call your mom. Just call your mom. And at this point, I'm getting upset because I'm thinking like, I'm talking on the phone with you. Why are you playing with me? She like, just call your mama, cousin. Okay, just call your mama. I never heard my cousin be this serious. I'm like, okay. So I get off the phone and I call my mom. My mama answered the phone and said, I'm going to call you and your sisters back together. I automatically thought, it was that night. I remember it being like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I ain't out in the streets at that time. You could hear her clearly driving. Something is going on. Like, what's going on? So I called my sister, and my sister told me she got the same spiel. Mama's supposed to call us when she get home. My mama go home. When she get home, she was like, I'm gonna give you a call. So after this, I'm just getting upset. So I call my mama back anyway. I don't care about you being home. Just tell me now. Just tell me now. She was like, no, I'm gonna just call you back when I get home. So she hung up. So anyway, my mama called me. She asked me, was I sitting down? I'm thinking she calling me to tell me my great aunt died. And I'm thinking like, okay, well, she could just go ahead and tell me that. It's gonna be sad. We're gonna cry. But when somebody's sick, you already kind of, okay, we know, what I'm saying? We know what kind of expect, like if they really, really sick and the doctor ain't saying it's so good. So I just made peace with it. That's what it was. But then I got scared because I'm thinking like my mom was driving at night, and then I got several calls from my cousin. Is my daddy dead? Because if my daddy dead, I ain't be able to do like, I ain't ready for that, Lord. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Say what? And that's the first thing I asked. I said, is my daddy dead? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe, because he worked in prison. I'm like, then I got him. Someone shoot up the whole prison. It's over. You know what I'm saying? And pew. Like, I'm sorry, you too. I don't know if you can say that, but I'm gonna really do that. Allegedly, is that what y'all be doing? But anyway, what's going on? So she's like, no, it's not your daddy. And I'm like, who? She's like, no, it's your grandma. And I'm thinking like, I ain't got that many grandma. Maybe it's a grandma I don't know. I was in denial when she said, I talking about the grandma that taught me how to tie my shoes. They sit like a lady. They act like a lady. Lock the doors at night, check the windows. That grandma. The grandma that showed me how to wash my butt good. How a lady supposed to white. The grandma that used to braid my hair so I can go to school and look like I look cute. Oh, you sure? I just saw her a couple of minutes ago and she was fine. She said she wants a doctor. They found her. They found her in the house. Who found her? They took her to the hospital. She gone. She gone. Oh, where did she go? Let's go. I was in complete denial. My sister started crying. I'm thinking like, do we got another grandma? Like I was just like in denial. We must got another one. She was like, my mother. They found her. And the way they said that they found her, it's like, okay, she was taking a bath and she needed some help, y'all. She got sick in the bathroom and she was trying to get some help. I think she was looking for her phone or something like that, and there was throw up everywhere. I didn't need those details. Family members, I'm not one of the ones. I might have asked, but I don't think I need those details. That she needed somebody and she was trying to get some help and she couldn't get it. And y'all found her the way y'all found her. It was a lot for me. And I was in pure shock. Y'all, I think my heart and my soul shattered at the same time. And if I don't know if you ever experienced that, but it hurts. It's hurt. It feels like somebody stabbed me in my left eye and ran it over with a car. It hurt me so bad. I hurt my soul. And my baby, y'all, the one that wakes up every 2 hours, still sleep. Still sleep. That don't never happen. My soul hurt. The moment my soul cracked on the inside. Yeah, I remember my son woke up. Lord was sent to me. Y'all, I don't know if y'all ever told this. For life, when a new knife brought out one leaves. I was thinking, take Noah back. I want Red Eva man. I like him. But I want her so bad. Take her back. And I remember my son just cried like it sounded like the same thing that I was experiencing on the inside out. It didn't make any sense. The cry didn't even make no sense. It was like a wail. And I went, go get my son. And I remember just holding him and just rocking him. And then I rocked him so much. I went and got him a bottle. I fixed it and rocked him right back to sleep. And I remember my soul shattering. And I remember just crying. I remember still being on the phone in denial. I remember looking around and thinking, I can't do life without her. This got to be a joke. Maybe she's going to hang up and laugh. And I remember my sister just on the phone wailing, crying. I should have went soft. And after about 5 to 10 minutes of that, I was over it. I told him I'm going to go. That I know my mama wanted me to be on the phone, but I could not do it. I just kept crying. And then my older son walked in. What are you crying about? And I told him my grandma had died. And he cried. And that cry was sadder than my cry. I don't know how to describe it, y'all. It was just terrible. It was a terrible cry. And I remember just walking away from him. I can't help you now. My whole world just exploded in my face. My soul is hurt. I don't have nothing for you. And I remember y'all breastfeeding, and at the time, when you breastfeed, you ain't supposed to be drinking. Some people be like, you can sip some wine, but I just don't believe it. I believe that baby receive everything you do, so I don't believe you're supposed to be doing it. I remember leaving and telling him, if the baby wake up, get him. Never left my baby before in the house. I'm going to the store. Went down to the store. His father was working at the convenience store. And I remember putting all this alcohol, I'm talking about I had over 15 bottles, on the counter. And at the counter, crying my eyes out. Not telling him why I was there. Not telling him what happened. Just was crying at the counter. He ringing up the customers, just looking at me like, What? Because I'm to the side just putting all this alcohol, and he's probably thinking like, "Girl, you breastfeeding? What is this for? We having a party? What's going on?" And I'm crying. So he finally, after the third customer came in, because they kept coming in, what's wrong? I was like, "Oh, grandma died." And I remember being shattered. Trying to say that, I said it out loud. That means she gone for real. And I remember that, y'all. That was the worst. That was the worst call that I ever could have. And I remember crying because I couldn't drink. I wanted to be numb. Crying because I was a good mother. I don't waste your time. You're gonna put all this stuff back up. And he was like, you sure you don't want to drink? And I'm like, I got to breastfeed. And I remember that. I just want to be drunk, Lord. He'll be all right with one. It might make him sleep longer. That's how tired I was. I can picture my grandma. Oh, she an angel now, so she ain't going for that. So yeah, we ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. and I just cried. I cried. He said, "Well, go stand in the car, wait for me." I went out there, cried. I came back to the house and cried. I just cried all night. I was just up crying, and he was like, "Okay." When he came home, he brought like this low percentage, like almost a wine cooler, like 2-3%. You might can drink this. I'm thinking, no, I want to be drunk, stupid, blind. Okay, in the left eye, I want to be retarded. Okay, excuse me. If that word offended anybody, but I'm just saying, I just don't want to be here. I want to be knocked out. I want to be out of my system. Okay, so that ends the storyline to the worst call ever. I hope it ends call ever. I hope that none of y'all experience that call, um, or don't give a call like that. Hopefully, your people come to your house and sit with you or something like that, because that call was devastating to me. Um, I got through this. I had to record this 3 different times. Um, I got through it. I put my big girl draws on, and I didn't cry one tear. And I was just, as I paused, I was like, Grandma would have been proud. I didn't cry one tear, but she didn't want to see us cry. She wanted us to celebrate her life, and I did. So anyway, I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Um, I won't try to make you sad or nothing like that, but with the passing of Rich Homie Quan, I just wanted it brought me back to, after hearing the recording of his girlfriend, that brought me back to that phone call. She made a phone call for trying to get him help, and that phone call, and it brought me back to receiving that phone call. So anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.